name is Brittany Brownfield and I work at Bulldog Creative Services. I have a degree in public relations from Marshall, so that helped prepare me just basic communications, writing skills, proofreading skills, organization, familiarity with advertising, and then my first job out of college I sold radio advertising for about 6 months. That's about when the economy went down, so I was laid off. But that was good experience, sales experience to get me into this position. And then I did an internship as well in college. I spent the summer in Charlotte, North Carolina working with the Discovery Place Science and Nature Museum. So that was good experience too, writing and organizing and just working alongside their marketing team. I think I've always loved journalism. English was always one of my favorite subjects, so I knew I leaned more toward that side of things. In high school, I took a newspaper and a yearbook, different journalism type classes, Journalism 101 kind of class in high school as well that they offered. And I was interested in it, but I remember going into Marshall not knowing exactly which field within the journalism school that I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to do broadcast, not ironically, I didn't want to be in front of the camera. And I really enjoyed the writing and writing and kind of event organizing and planning side of it more so than actual sales. So that's why I ended up falling in public relations. I felt like it was a good, well-rounded degree. At the time, I kind of wanted to work for a nonprofit, and usually they're smaller, and a lot of their PR marketing falls on one person, the smaller staff. So that was kind of where I thought I would go, but that's, I guess, kind of what led me to choose PR. So here at Bulldog, I'm on the client services team. We're made up of kind of 4 different teams. We have client services, graphic design, video production, and web. So our job as client services team is to, of course, it is a sales position, but most of our sales is referral based. So we're taking calls, working with someone to see, what they need and if we're a good fit for them. We'll put together a proposal with our services that they're interested in. If they do want to move forward, then we put together a contract and then essentially carry that contract out. So it's our job to act as a liaison between the client and whichever of our creative teams is involved. Doing that each day is very different. So we're a full service marketing and advertising agency. So like I said, we kind of have our hands in all those different aspects. We do social media management, press releases, everything that falls within graphic design, from logos to brochures to billboards. We do media buying, we do video and audio production, and then custom websites. So depending on what that client needs, our days will look a lot different. One day if we get a new web client, then I'm going to sit down and map out, like if they have an existing website, I'm going to map out their current navigation and make recommendations on what the new site should look like. So do they have too many tabs? Is it overwhelming for the user? Is it too condensed? Do we need to break things out? So I'll make a recommendation for that. And then once that goes through approval with the client, then our other teams get involved. I might be writing press releases. I might be writing ad copy. I might be proofreading. Usually social media is about every part of my day. So just checking up on client sites to make sure there's no negative comments or things going on, posting new content, scheduling content, that kind of Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those fun things. We also manage Google AdWords for clients, so that falls within client services. Some days we're in the office all day behind our computers answering emails and organizing projects, and other days we may be on the road going to meetings or going to a video shoot or going to a press conference. So that's one of my favorite parts, is that it's every day's kind of different, so you don't get stuck in a mundane routine. One of my favorite parts is, like I said, I really enjoy the variety, not only in the day-to-day stuff, but also in the types of clients. We don't specialize in a certain field, so we've got clients in healthcare, automotive, retail, education, finance, all across the board, nonprofits. So different projects kind of resonate with each person, I think, more so. Like, one of my hobbies is animal rescue, and I had the opportunity to work on a new website for the Canal Charleston Humane Association, so that was particularly fun for me. I really like being involved in logo design. Those are, that's the face of the company or the brand. It's what dictates everything else, the color scheme, the fonts, everything. So it's so important and such a foundational piece. I really like being involved with that. My least favorite part is probably media buying, and that probably stems from, like I said, my degree's in PR, so I didn't get as much of a foundation in that as like an ad major would. So I just don't really enjoy it that much. But I don't know. It's the nice thing about working at an agency too is you have a team of people to rely on. So I can rely on some of the other client services teams who are stronger in that area, and then they may come to me if they need help writing a press release or editing something. Here, it's not so bad. If you really buckle down and get your stuff done while you're here, it's not. But there are times where there are just pressing deadlines or unexpected projects that pop up that just require you to stay late and get things done. I'm a big, here in general, we're a big proponent of family life and making that a priority. So everyone here works really hard, and everyone, I think, is dedicated to stay when something needs done, but we also try to help each other out and stay on task and focus to kind of prevent having to stay over a ton. But it is, especially client services, I would say the client services team probably carries stuff home more so than the other teams, just because they're more technical and where we're just in constant communication with our clients. Sometimes it's, when you have your email on your phone, sometimes it's hard to just shut that off and pretend that it doesn't exist. All day, every day. Like I said, that could be different from different types of organizations you work for, but in an agency, the client services is the face of the company. So there are times when we bring like one of our web programmers or one of our designers into a meeting, but for the most part, we try to keep them out so that they can do their jobs and not be interrupted. And it's our job to meet with the client, keep the project organized, find out what revisions they have, and then relay that to whatever team is involved. Like I said, just to keep our team on task and keep them moving, because if they went to all the meetings and answered all the emails and stuff that we did every day, they never get anything done. So in this situation, it's all day, every day. Whether it's email, phone, in person, you're always in front of a client. I wouldn't say frequently. We do have appointments around town, so there is some travel. And then, of course, if we get a referral for a client elsewhere, then we may need to travel with them. But we did recently, Bulldog acquired Snowball Digital Media in Beckley, so that's now a second office for us. So it hasn't impacted me so much, but there's a couple others in the office who've been traveling to Beckley usually twice a week and working out of that office. Part of that's transition. Once we get a client services team established there won't be as much travel. So generally, I would say not so much, but with that particular instance, it has affected a couple of them here. I would say just get as much experience as you can. Find out what you want to do, take internship opportunities, job shadowing opportunities, just learn and try to see things firsthand. Working in an agency is a lot different from working in the same position within just a single company. We're working with a lot of different clients and probably juggling, going back and forth between a lot of different projects, more so than if I was just working at one particular organization. There's pros and cons to both sides of it, but there's a lot of different types of things with jobs and opportunities within advertising and marketing. So just trying to find your niche, and That way, when you are ready to graduate, you have some experience under your belt, even if it's just interning. You have some build a portfolio, like if it's PR, you have some press releases and stuff, have those handy. Any kind of work experience you can show that shows that you're motivated and organized and serious about finding a career in that field.